Yes, sir.
I saw a small YouTube video about your battery pack.
Yes.
Could you tell a bit about that?
Okay. First off, Eric Johnson is not wrong and not crazy. He's absolutely right that you can hear the difference in batteries. I remember reading that as a kid and thinking, this guy's out of his mind. And he's not. And I told him that. But, okay. I do have a pack inside my pedal on all my rigs that allows me to use batteries for certain pedals because I feel that batteries sound better with drive pedals. So with my main drive pedal, the Chula, also with my fuzz pedal and with my Octavia type pedal, I use a battery. Not only do I use a battery because I like the way it sounds better, I use a specific type of battery, a carbon battery, which is a shit battery. The ones you buy, well, in America, I don't know what you got here, but in America we have the 99-cent store, the dollar store, where you buy stuff really cheap. And these batteries are what you get at the dollar store. And they're not alkaline like the standard battery now. They're carbon, which is what batteries used to be made of in the 70s and all that. So for some reason, they just sound and feel better with drive pedals. And everybody who tells me, Josh, you're full of shit, when I bring them in my studio and show them the difference between a power supply from the wall and the battery, they all go. So I know I'm not crazy. The original battery pack was made for me by Bob Bradshaw on my old Bob Bradshaw rack. And when Mike Landau saw this, he was, oh my God, Josh, that's the greatest thing ever. He asked Bob to build it for him as well. So Bob built one for him. And then another guy started building these battery boxes, and I used them. He kind of took it to the next level. So Bob's initial one was real simple, just clip the batteries in and had a switch. So I had to remember every night to turn it off, or else the batteries would continue to die, to run, and then they'd die. This other guy made a battery. I don't want to talk about him because it's a long story. But this other guy made a battery box that you take a feed from your regular power supply. So in this case, my Voodoo Lab power supply or my Gig Rig power supply. Take one of the unused taps and plug it into the battery box now, and it has a relay. So when I plug in my power cable to the board, then it knows to turn on the batteries. So when I unplug my board, it shuts the batteries off. So that's how it works. So there's 3 inside this board. My other board has 4. I've got this guy, Jesse Davey, who makes this Duelist pedal that I'm using now. He's making the Josh Smith battery box. And it'll be available very soon.